Okay, that looks good enough. 1 step forward, 2 steps back. There we go. Hello everyone, what's happening? You're here with me, Dave, on the Empire, and it is time for a technology review. For about the last month or so, I have had this giant 65-inch TV that you can see behind me in my living room. So this week we are reviewing the Samsung Q9F 4K UHD QLED TV. Okay, a real quick rundown. This is the 2018 flagship from Samsung. It is the smaller of the two Q series TVs. The smaller one is a 65-inch 4K panel. The larger one is a 75-inch 4K panel. The most painful part about these TVs, I'm going to get out of the way at the start, is the price. They are 8,000 New Zealand dollars for the 65-inch one and 14,999 for the 75-inch panel. That is eye-wateringly expensive and is going to be out of the reach of a lot of consumers, which is a shame because this is one of the best TVs I have ever experienced, full stop. Now I'm probably going to have to qualify that a little bit, and that's fair enough. So I'm just going to start by saying the following. One, the picture is undeniably one of the best I've ever seen. We live in a house that has quite a lot of natural light coming in through a lot of windows throughout the day. This TV performs admirably, regardless of direct light, indirect light, no matter what kind of light you've got going on, it is brighter and more vibrant than all of that. It's not very often that I can tell you that a TV can beat the sun, but this one manages to pull it off admirably, so that's good. The second thing I like is the TV setup itself. The panel is separate from the base station and is connected by a single very thin silver wire. It's a really nice setup to have because if you want to wall mount the panel, you only have this one tiny thin silver strand that connects it to all of the other stuff that you might connect to your TV. Your consoles, your UHD Blu-ray players, your receiver for Freeview HD and all that stuff. It all goes into this unit at the bottom, which you can sit on a desk or something else and it's out of the way and it's not a problem and you don't have to worry about cables. It's a really nice setup and one that's very intuitive, one that's very innovative in the market. I really like it, and if I was looking to wall mount a TV, this would be the way that I would want it done. Now, the panel itself isn't the slimmest or the least bezel-y panel in the universe. It is a very slimline bezel, and that's really nice. It's a average thickness. It's nothing particularly mind-blowing, but Samsung do have a proprietary slimline wall mounting kit that really does sort of connect it to the wall rather than sort of sitting it out a few inches like a lot of other wall mounting kits that you'll get. As well as that, the TV will run in an ambient mode, which is one of the things that I've got running behind me. It's a low light, low power consumption mode that just prevents you from having this big black object attached to the wall or against your TV unit or whatever. It works for some. It's not such a massive thing for me. I think it's quite cool. It's a bit gimmicky, but ultimately I do just tend to turn off the television, so it doesn't make such a big deal for me. Now, I've been doing some gaming on this, as of course I would, and I've been playing a range of Xbox games. I've been streaming some PC games through the Steam Link app on this, which is awesome, and I will tell you more about that in a second. But generally speaking, all of the games that I have trialed on this run admirably well. 4K titles look amazing if it's supported in the game. The Xbox One X is particularly good in this space, I must admit. It also has it also has a UHD 4K Blu-ray player as part of the package. So I've been watching some stuff like, Planet Earth 2 and some other cool movies as well. It just looks so good on this TV. It really is one of those things where if you walk into a showroom and you see this TV, there's a good chance you're just going to go, wow, because it is incredible. What do I not like about this TV? Well, I got to admit, sometimes the software is slightly frustrating. If you fire up the TV after you've turned it off, it will try and resume the last thing that you did. Now, as it turns out, my kids like to watch a lot of YouTube, and that means that, generally speaking, when I turn on this TV, the first thing I see is some sort of kids' TV show on YouTube. It's not what I want. I would prefer that it went to like the terrestrial TV channels, or it just went to the home of the Smart Hub app on the TV and let me choose what I wanted rather than trying to guess what I wanted. But that's personal preference. The other thing that I don't like is that it took control of my Xbox One X. I now cannot power on the Xbox One X unless I do it through the TV. Not sure why, but Samsung, I would prefer to maintain agency over my console. Note for the future. Another thing that I love about this TV is the remote. Here it is. It's small. There's like 5 buttons on it and it does everything. You can talk to it. It'll translate it on the TV and do all that stuff for you as well. My children, 5 and 2.5, know how this works. Took them about 8 minutes to figure it out, and we've had to hide it from them ever since. It is a never-ending game of cat and mouse, and it adds a little bit of fun and shenanigans to the household. If they get hold of it, I can guarantee you I will wake up and there will be a kids' TV show on Netflix playing on this TV. That's just how it works in the house now. All in, this is a bloody good television. Its almost prohibitive cost is its largest drawback. It's more expensive than one of my cars. It's out of reach for me as a consumer. I will never be able to afford this TV unless I happen to have a lotto win or something else equally as fortunate. Now, some of the things that I love most about this TV, aside from the panel itself, are to do with the software and the smart hub and all of the cool stuff that you get through the Samsung sort of experience itself. Now, the really good thing here is that that is all available in any other modern Samsung panel. They all operate on the same operating system. So if you are looking for a new TV in 2018, I would absolutely recommend checking out the Samsung range, because that intuitiveness and that innovativeness in software design and all of the supported features and the apps and the internet browser and all of the things that make a smart TV smart are brought to bear spectacularly well for this TV and others in the same range. I don't know that I could ever afford a panel like this, and as I've already said, I probably won't be able to. But if I were buying a new 4K TV right now, I might look at one of their slightly smaller 55 to 60 inch range TVs that comes in under $3,000 or $4,000. If you have a look around, I'm sure you can find something in that space. And if you can, it is absolutely worth your investment. So this one gets a solid 9 out of 10 from me because I love it, but I can't afford it. And that's it for this review. Thanks very much for checking us out. Do throw us a like, comment, favorite, subscribe, notify, all those good YouTube interactive things, because we love you and we need to be able to give you more good reviews and whatnot. And yeah, thanks very much for checking us out. Please stay. Thanks very much for checking us out. Do stay and watch a couple more videos whilst you're here. And as always, I was your tech and gaming guy Dave, and you were on the Empire. I will see you.